Welcome to episode number 10 of Sales with Value. Today we're doing a deep dive into something that, it feels like it should be basic.
But it usually isn't, right?
Exactly. We're talking about the difference between just visiting a shop and actually controlling it. We're pulling from the 40 Shop Market Control Blueprint, specifically from the FMCG sales training series for the snacks industry.
Yeah, and the title alone, market control, it sounds a bit aggressive right off the bat.
It really does.
But the source material is actually arguing for something much more scientific. It challenges this whole idea that just showing up means you're winning.
And that's the hook, you know. You might have your standard beat of 40 shops that you visit daily, you tick the boxes, say hello.
What do you actually control them?
Right. Because the core problem the source outlines is that repeated presence is not equal to dominance.
It's such a crucial distinction. I mean, you can visit a shop every single day and still be completely irrelevant. The mission here is to move you from being just a routine salesman to an actual partner.
And you don't get there by guessing. You have to use scientific data.
Exactly. Which brings us to the psychology of the shelf. The text breaks down a shopkeeper's mindset into 3 levels.
Right, the habit zone, the comfort zone, and the profit zone. Now, the habit zone sounds safe, but I'm guessing in sales that's actually the danger zone.
Oh, absolutely. In the habit zone, you're basically background noise. You're part of the furniture.
Ouch.
Right. The shopkeeper orders from you just because you're standing there, not because you're actually driving their business.
So the goal is to get into that profit zone.
Yes, where they see you as a real partner. And the source actually makes a fascinating neuroscience connection here.
Oh, yeah, with dopamine, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about them feeling good. When a shopkeeper sees a consistent rep who brings value, their brain registers predictability. And that triggers a dopamine reward.
Wow. So consistency is literally biological.
Yeah, and on the flip side, if you're erratic, you trigger cortisol. You become a source of stress. Shopkeepers naturally prioritize brands that are predictable, visible, and profitable.
Trust is built on those repeat orders.
Precisely.
To really illustrate this, the source brings up the case of Sandeep.
Ah, Sandeep, the perfect example of being stuck in the habit zone.
Yeah, he's a distributor salesman, visited his 40 shops faithfully, decent orders, but absolutely zero growth.
So he decides to stop guessing and runs a data audit.
And what he found was pretty brutal. In 18 out of his 40 shops, his products were just sitting on the bottom shelf.
Literally the retail graveyard.
Yeah. So he ran a 6-week experiment. And he didn't just beg for more orders. He focused on 3 specific things.
Right. He focused on eye-level placement, range expansion, and a 48-hour micro follow-up.
And the results weren't just a minor bump. I mean, a 27% sales growth.
That's huge. And more importantly, he won the primary position in 31 out of those 40 shops.
Just by making those structured changes.
It completely proves the model works.
Okay.
He moved from simple presence to actual dominance.
So let's break down this 40 shop control model for everyone listening. The first pillar is the visibility index.
And they get hyper-specific here. Goods must be at eye level, which they define as 120 to 150 centimeters.
There's a great quote for this. The height of the shelf determines the depth of sales.
I love that line. If you're lower, you're ignored. If you're higher, you're unreachable.
Then the second pillar is SKU penetration, which is basically just aiming for at least 4 to 5 active SKUs per shop.
Right. It signals to the shopkeeper that you're a permanent fixture, not just a passing trend.
Then we have visit frequency optimization.
This is all about ROI. You categorize your shops into A, B, and C lists.
So A shops get visited 3 times a cycle, B shops get 2, and C shops only get 1.
Exactly. Stop treating every shop the same. You have to invest your time where the actual return is.
Makes total sense. And the final pillar is emotional lock-in.
This is the human element. Simple tools, a smile, basic respect, quick, helpful suggestions.
It's the glue for all that data.
Yeah. And world-class operations take this even further with tactics like outlet universe mapping and competitor heat mapping.
Winning via data. So to really summarize this, the sharpest takeaway from the text is that consistency beats aggression.
Every single time. You don't need to be the loudest rep, just the most predictable and strategic.
So your call to action today, don't go out looking for 80 new shops just because you think more is better.
Turn your current 40 shops into an absolute stronghold using this control modding.
Right. And I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. If you looked at your territory right now through a heat map, how many of those shops are actually cold, despite your daily visits?
That is the real question.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.